For us, it's been a very good investment. In order to effectively police the city, it's very hard for me to picture a police response to violent crime without ShotSpotter. It's definitely an advantage. It's a technology that is like no other that allows us to serve the community and possibly save lives. At the end of the day, my job is to make the city safe and help those who are in need. When there's so many shootings, we had 732 shootings last year, and the majority of those were picked up by ShotSpotter, which means that we're able to respond quicker. The quicker we can respond, the higher probability there exists that we're going to save a life. In 2017, an individual had murdered a security guard in Fresno, and he was hiding from police. Well, once he figured out that we knew who he was, then he just decided that he was going to go on a shooting spree. So this individual actually shot, I believe it was 4 people in downtown Fresno. And ShotSpotter literally gave us the instant notification of when the first round was fired. When the second activation was fired, it gave us the direction of travel where this individual was going. And then it continued to help officers to track that person down and place him under arrest. Without having that instant notification and that quicker response from police, I'm sure that more people would have been killed or injured. I see a strong correlation between ShotSpotter and the NIBIN program because we are responding to more shots fired calls. Number one, there's more guns being circulated in the city. Number two, a high percentage of gang members in our community. Lastly, because we are able to respond when citizens would not call 911. So when you respond to more shots fired calls that you typically would not, then you have the ability to confiscate more firearms. This year in particular, and for the last consecutive 3 years, we've actually broken our own record on firearms confiscated. And this year is no different. This year we're gonna exceed 2,000 firearms taken off the streets. A lot of our community members who happen to live in Black and brown communities are affected the most by gun violence. As people talk about disproportionate policing and having a society that is more equitable, my main concern is the number of victims that we have. Our minority communities are the most adversely affected by violent crime. That's a fact, whether people want to admit it or not. And a technology like ShotSpotter helps us protect these communities, helps us respond more adequately, faster, with more information to these communities that are being affected. So I find it really difficult to argue against that. And for those that are trying to take us out of these communities, when you defund the police, you basically defund Black and brown communities because they're not going to receive the services that they need to be safe. The message from the communities has been we want to see more police officers. We don't want to see fewer police officers.